Welcome to the first edition of Siphoned Adrenaline for the July 14th show. First up, we had Sizzling James Slay versus El Torito Juventud. James Slay came out ahead with his facebuster.
El Torito Juventud, how you feeling after that match? Great. Still for the pig, but overall great.
Right. How was that clothesline big match by Slay?
Oh, pounded me as hard as I could. I keep going with it. Kept fighting to the end.
Then we had Ryan Kidd taking on El Flippo Negro. Ryan Kidd came out victorious, and this is what he had to say about his victory.
Hey, congratulations. First match, first victory. How you feeling right now?
You know, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little beat up. But that's the price of victory. I made my Adrenaline Unleashed Las Vegas debut tonight. And that's one win. Sorry, I'm a little frazzled. One win in the books for Ryan Kidd. Much more to come. This isn't the last you've seen of Ryan Kidd.
I did see you after you gave him the kick to the chest and an elbow drop. He kicked out of that. You looked a little shocked.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? What'd you have to do?
I mean, I'll be honest. El Flippy Negro, whatever your name is, you were a good opponent tonight. You were great. You gave me a run for my money and you made my debut a challenge. And that's what Ryan Kidd's looking for here at Adrenaline Unleashed, a challenge. So I mean, you know, while I had to do what I could to put him away, I'm not going to discredit him for what he did. He put a great effort and came up just a little bit short.
Photography for Adrenaline Unleashed is brought to you by P3, Picture Perfect Photos. Third match of the night was Skink and Tater Downey versus Ballistic Brent Meyer. Now let's see what both of these competitors had to say about their match.
You came all the way down from Chicago. Normally the fan favorite. What happened?
You know, I feel like I lost a lot of fans tonight, but for some reason I feel like I gained a few too. You know, I had my booing section, I had my cheering section, but it really doesn't matter because I've come to Las Vegas for one thing, and that's to win a belt. When that belt's around my waist, I've accomplished what I want to do on the West Coast. I'll move off to the East Coast, I'll go overseas, I'll go wherever I gotta go to defend the belt. But you better believe I will win it.
Next up, we had from all the way across the country, Caleb Conley, and he took on Mondo Vega. Mondo Vega was very excited about his victory on the 14th.
Mondo Vega, it's been a couple months since you've been here at Adrenaline Unleashed, and you defeated your opponent, Caleb Conley. How you feeling right now?
You know what? I came to Las Vegas with the sole intent of gambling and drinking and eating my troubles away. I just happened to stumble into the Adrenaline Unleashed arena and they tell me I have world-renowned superstar Caleb Conley tonight. And well, Caleb Conley, you showed me, you showed everyone just why you've earned the reputation you've had in this wrestling business. But it wasn't enough against the king of the streets, the only one that matters, Mondo Vega, because you went down for the 3 count, just like they all have, just like they do everywhere in the country. And now that that's all said and done, I'm gonna go back to gambling and drinking and eating. Why? Because that's what I do. Because I am Mondo Vega, the only one that matters.
Caleb Conley, your first match in the Adrenaline Unleashed didn't go over so well. How you feeling right now?
How I'm feeling?
But man,
I don't know your name. I don't care what your name is. Thing is, I've wrestled all over the country. I've wrestled all over the world. And I come to Adrenaline Unleashed because I hear they've got the best talent around. Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Tonight I wrestled Mondo Vega, and he came up victorious. You know what? I'll give it to him. He won tonight. But better believe, Caleb Conley doesn't go down just one time. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, sometimes you get back up. And I always get back up. Caleb Conley's first time in Adrenaline Unleashed. Best believe it's not going to be the last time you see me.
Adrenaline Unleashed is also brought to you by a family of fine American food from Eggworks. Now match number 5 was Dirty Harold Merkin taking on Mr. Tanaka. Now even with his victory, Mr. Tanaka didn't have that much to say.
Mr. Tanaka, second victory in a row here down here in Las Vegas. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling good? 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 Good match.
Vegas #1, Mr. Tanaka.
Dirty looks like he's going to be enlightened sometime soon.
Dirty Harold Merkin, it's been 3 months, 3 losses. Tell us what happened.
3 months? It's been 3 months already?
Yes.
Maybe I'm going to have to reassess where I am with Jason Musical.
Jason Mewes, the enlightened. Thank you. Now the unexpected event of the night was during the Ryan Taylor and Ray Rosas match. Still afterwards, Ryan Taylor was more than happy with his victory.
Ryan Taylor, you survived a missile dropkick. You got slapped in the and the top turnbuckle broke. How did you pull through?
You know, I've been spending the past few months here for Adrenaline Unleashed with all of my talent, my skill I've acquired around the world, and all of my talent, my skill that I bring here to Adrenaline Unleashed. I've actually yet to walk away with a single victory. That, friends, will come through. So you get that little hunger feeding for your heart. You get that little drive coming to your soul. You get that fire to want to have that one win. I've lost to Tommy Misfit for the Adrenaline Unleashed Las Vegas Championship. I've lost to a couple other guys. I've lost to Adrenaline Unleashed. But tonight, I won. I won by one match in Adrenaline Unleashed. Now you know how to fight to get that one more? Death! Death! I almost died in the middle of the ring right there for all those fans. All those bloodthirsty hicks to see me out there died. But I landed on my feet with my amazing Jedi-like agility, and I won that match. Why? Because I am the American Jedi. I am the man with the abs of Jesus Christ. I am Ryan Taylor.
Adrenaline Unleashed is brought to you by the Slidin' Through, the big truck making the gourmet burgers with the freshest ingredients. Now we want to take a short break from our show to introduce to you a new competitor here at Adrenaline Unleashed in the form of Jace Battle. Now Jace, for those who don't follow you on Facebook or Twitter at The Battle Brand, would you please introduce yourself?
Well, certainly, MH. Hey guys, basically I'm just a man who, well, unfortunately growing up I had a lot of bullies, a lot of doubters, a lot of people who said I couldn't do things, and they hated me because I was a little chubby, I had an overactive imagination, and because I like professional wrestling, which no, who doesn't like professional wrestling? And unfortunately for me, they got to me, they got in my head a little bit, but fortunately for me, a group of colorful, more phenomenal heroes showed me the way, showed me the light, showed me that I could do whatever I wanted to do, and I could beat whoever I wanted to beat.
Now, out of all of your naysayers and all your bullies, who would you say was the hardest to overcome?
Well, unfortunately, I would have to say that my biggest bully was myself. See, these bullies, these doubters, they instilled a lot of doubt in me, and unfortunately, I became my biggest critic. But there came a point in time where I had to look in the mirror and I had to say, look, I am faced right now with this great opportunity. Either I can take it, or I can shrivel in a corner and cry.
You chose not to cry.
I chose not to cry.
Right on, right on. Well, you've got this big bully coming at you on the 11th of August, named James Slay. Now, he's coming off some momentum. How are you going to handle the Sizzling One?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say that the Sizzling One, he is a tough competitor. I've seen him in that ring, he can get it done. But the thing is, he's coming off of a month, maybe a month or two of momentum. I'm coming off of years of momentum. You see that date, August 11th? I have been waiting for that date my entire life, ever since I was a kid. Ever since I came out of the womb, I've been waiting for my chance to get into that ring and prove that to everybody who said that I couldn't do it, that I can do it, and I will do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will. Let's hope the Sizzling One brings his best tap dancing shoes on the 11th. So, Jace, do you have any words for the Adrenaline Unleashed fans out there before we go?
Yes, I do happen to have a couple words for the fans, and I have something to say to specifically you, Sizzling James Slay. Prepare for battle!
Adrenaline Unleashed is also brought to you by Scrub Buds. You need your carpet cleaned? Well, why not call a couple of buds? Now, during the Tommy Misfit and Blackheart match, Bryce Slavin decided that he wanted to do something, and after a spear that almost took off my ears from the back, Eccentric Lion had a few words to say for Slavin.
Eccentric Lion, that was a big old spear you gave Bryce out there. How you feeling right now? You look a little shaken.
How do I feel? Bryce Slavin, you've been breaking our rules. Not once, but twice you've entered our ring. Without permission, without a booking, without clearance from me or the commissioner, LTG. How am I feeling? Take a good look at my face. You see what you've done to me, Bryce Slavin? That's going to be the best you ever get of me. Next month, we're booked. I'm putting the tights back on. I'm getting in the ring. I'm lacing up the boots so I can bury one of them right up your backside. I'll see you next month. This is uncalled for and it's going to come to an end now.
So Blackheart, you had a non-title matchup against Tommy Misfit, the champion. and there was an interference.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered if it was a title shot or an untitled shot. He's got bigger problems than the Blackheart.
Next up, we had a triple threat match between Unam, Nefesto, and El Zarco. It pretty much turned out being a 2-on-1, but Unam still came out on top. Now, if you're wondering where you can catch all of this back-breaking, body-slamming, hip-tossing, jaw-jacking action, it's all live once a month at the Las Vegas Roller Hockey Center on 800 Karen Avenue. Later on that evening, we had Aries taking on Angus McField for the #1 contendership for the Adrenaline Unleashed Championship.
All right, Aries, you and Angus both came across the water. You remained victorious. You powered through the match. You beat him. How do you feel?
I feel great. I came all the way from Switzerland here to Adrenaline Unleashed to show that we, the Swiss, are better than everybody else. I beat them all. I beat Americans, I beat Canadians, and now I even beat the Scots. And next time, I'm gonna beat the Mayan warrior.
Do you have any words for the Mayan warrior?
Words? No. What I'm gonna do in the ring, that's gonna speak for itself. Mayan warrior, enjoy your days as champion, because they're soon gonna be over. Next time, when I see you in that ring, I'm gonna take your title, I'm gonna strap it around my waist, and I'm gonna become the Adrenaline Unleashed champion, and I will stay forever.
Complete with party poppers and streamers, we had Sin City Fury, Sway Thompson and Dylan Griffin taking on Picture Perfect, Gabriel Busan and Peter Avalon. The final match of the night was the Mayan Warrior taking on Shannon Ballard for the Adrenaline Unleashed Wrestling Championship. And of course, he had something to say afterwards as well.
All right, Mayan warrior, you took one heck of a beating out there. That has to be a rush.
Oh yeah. I told you, man. Any fight, any battle, it's all for my Mayan nation. It's for everybody, and this is the end result. I just want everybody in my nation to know, if you work hard, this is what's gonna happen, success. We did it together. It wasn't just me, we did it together.
You got one big monster to face next month, Aries. How are you gonna prepare for that?
He is one big monster, and you know what? Right now I'm gonna soak it in tonight that I am the champion, but starting tomorrow, it all begins all over again, because now I'm not doing the chasing, I'm being chased. And I don't care how big they are, like Aries, or how small they are. I'll take them all on, and nobody is gonna take this away from me. Nobody.
Shannon Ballard really had no interest in talking to me.
Mr. Ballard.
Get out of here. Ugh. Mayan Warrior, I don't know how you did it. I don't know where you got it from. But you beat me. I thought I had it in the bag. I thought I had you. So much so that I brought your dad to watch as I would defeat you and leave you laying. But you know what? I will always be around the corner. I may go back to Canada, but not with my tail between my legs. I will come back. I will train harder. I will get dirtier. I will make this personal. And if I gotta hurt your dad next time, I will. But that belt is gonna come back.